Hola muchachos, it's your boy LOL Jarrell. RuneScape is a weird game, so today I want to talk about all the odd stuff that you might have missed. Some things are old and some things are still in the game today. Also, if you like the video, remember to cast Ice Barrage on that subscribe button and that like button. I appreciate all the support. With all that being said, let's get right into it. Original high-level armors from the mining and smithing rework. Originally shown in RuneFest 2017, these are the unused armor sets. From left to right, it's Necturian armor, which I'd imagine would be the tier 70, Invictum, which I'd imagine would be tier 80, and Ethereum, not the crypto, Ethereum armor, which I'd imagine would be tier 90. What's weird about this? A best in slot armor has no stats, because it's cosmetic in-game. The Masterwork armor took the place of this tier 90 melee armor instead of Ethereum, which you can get all these armors as cosmetic overrides within the Artisan's Workshop by obtaining 100% respect. Would you have liked these armors rather than the ones we got? I kinda think they slap hard, I'm not gonna lie. Also, as a side note, the Vestments of Havoc armor are just a reskin of the Tithe Collector and the Zami Cultist mask, and I hate this. Next, the old maxing message, roasted players. When originally getting the completionist cape, you would get a message saying, "You have completed the game. Go outside. Love Jagex." Supposedly someone got upset about this and they removed the message. And before you think that I'm just making this up, a Jagex moderator confirmed this on the forums. Their name was ModMarkH. Would you have gotten upset about this? Or was this player just getting upset over nothing?
I like it, cut G.
Very weird sexual message. This is completely out of pocket. During the Carnelian Rising quest, if you use a feather or a whip on a tied up sarsaparilla, who is a child by the way, you get the message, RuneScape isn't that sort of fantasy game.
Bruh.
No, stop the music. What kind of weird pedo mod Ian bullshit is this? I don't have to explain why this is weird. And if you were to make this joke, make it on someone who's not a kid. What the fuck? Extracting runes from the Wicked Hood. This is a cool detail. The animation for taking the runes out will change based on if you're wearing the hood versus if it's in your inventory. Does anyone find it weird that you're pulling runes from your face? Where do these runes come from? The runespan, maybe? Which, by the way, the runespan is another dimension. Bet you didn't know that. Bet you didn't know I have too much time on my hands. Possible new necromancy weapon hint? Question mark? If you look at the bank preset names, there's one that says necromancy -two-handed. All other styles have this as a preset name, but that's because every other style allows for a two-handed weapon. Ranged has bows, melee combat has two-handed weapons, magic has staffs. Does this mean we'll see that in the future? I'd find this weird if they didn't put it in the game, considering they gave an entire slot name for that in the first place. For now, I'm gonna call it a definite maybe. What do you think? Derpy Vindicta. In the Extinction quest, I think whoever did the modeling got a little lazy because Vindicta is seen holding two swords made of air. This is straight up goofy, and that's all I gotta say about that. Death has different outfits. Death is known for their office, which I have seen far too many times, but they're not known for their fashionscape. I guess you could say they're fresh to death. And by the way, Death only gets dressed up during the Halloween events, which I really like. Following the Horsemen of the Apocalypse thread, which, yes, they are known as the Horsemen, War also has two outfits that only show up during the Halloween events. Random use of different languages in Falador. In Falador, have you ever noticed that there's random text over each shop? What language is this? I haven't seen this text anywhere else in game. Like, when you go to Draenor, it says Draenor right smack dab on the sign. But Falador, you gotta get a little fancy with it. I don't know what language this is, but I just found it very odd. RuneScape 3 and Old School being on a similar timeline. Now, I want to make a whole video on this because the connections are kind of there, but not quite. The similarities that I've noticed so far are Fossil Island and Anachronia being the same thing pretty much. prehistoric vibes only. Necromancy magic being usable in-game. Although it's used differently, you can still summon spirits to get them to aid you in combat. It's all the same stuff. You can fight Zuck in both versions of the game. Now, Saren shows up in old school RuneScape as well as RuneScape 3. I thought there was some kind of connection with the gods there, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'm missing something. Ungale leading to a fight with Vorkath. In both versions of the game, you go to Ungale and you can fight Vorkath. Simple as that. I find all this weird because it's hard to tell if they're trying to create a connection here. Is there any at all? You tell me. An odd name for a boss. This whole thing is more funny than weird, but here we go. The name Bossy McBossface is very out of place. Unless you consider that this game also has a god for cabbages. I guess maybe that's not that crazy. The reason is because it's a reference to a boat named Bodie McBoatface, which was pulled to get that name. The actual boss name was chosen by the winner in a 2018 Game Blast charity auction. So that explains why it's so out of place. Anyway, that's all I got for today. If you enjoyed the video, like I said, cast Ice Barrage on both the subscribe and the like button. I appreciate all the support. And if I missed any weird oddities in this game that you noticed, please feel free to let me know. I love seeing what you guys have to share in the comments. Anyway, have a great day or night or midday or whatever the hell time of day it is for you. Have a great one of those. This has been Hello Drill. Peace.